Hello, welcome everybody to the to another showcase for the Strategy and Tactics Pre-Alpha. It's been a while since we've done one. We're going to be changing up our method a bit today, but first the factions. We're going to be doing Arnor versus Erebor, and the method change is basically what we're doing is me and Hallman are going to be observing, and Sawman and Tiber are going to be playing. Already up here.
This is how it's going to work.
Because we got some complaints in the comments about the game not being competitive enough. So we're trying it. We're trying it this way. See what happens.
Those two focus on playing. We focus on talking about random stuff.
Yeah, about new stuff.
Actually, important stuff. Hopefully.
Well, I mean, important in terms of e-game, not actually important in the events of the world. Our work is meaningless. Oh. But yeah, we got Arnor versus Erebor. Worse Gondor versus dwarves. Let's do this.
Honestly, better Gondor.
Yeah, well, I don't know about that. Gondor is pretty fucking good. But
I mean, well, I guess we'll see.
I mean, it's just going to be a lot of creeping this early part. It's always the same thing. 2 barracks, lots of creeping. That's what you do. You get Scout Hero to go and take the free things because it's Fords of Isen. So here's Nori. He moves a bit faster now with his ability, 25% faster. Instead of, I think it was 10 or 15% before we changed it. So it's just actually a useful ability now. Yeah,
we might not have changed the description. It might be just higher than 25%, and it was 25%, but it's definitely better.
No, I don't think that's the case. I think it was lower, and we just buffed it. Or it said it was like 15%, it was 25%, something like that. I don't know.
Well, I mean, I'm just saying, just in case it is 25%, and people are like, oh, but it's 25% already.
Oh, okay. Well, if that's the case, then we will update the description.
Yes.
It's a pre-alpha. We're not done yet. We're getting there. We're like 75% done. We're almost to the beta. We're really being held back by a lack of models right now. If there's any if there's any Biff Me 2 or Rise of the Witch King modelers in the viewership, or if you know somebody who can do it, then tell them to get a hold of me, because we could really use some help on that front. We're doing our best to scrape and scrabble things together. Reasonably successful at doing it thus far too. So.
Also, the wildmen around the creep layers, if they go after you destroy the creep layer, they run to one of your buildings and start attacking it, they won't steal resources anymore.
Yeah, because that's kind of annoying.
Yes, basically to prevent the annoyance. I mean, I know it's only one resource, but just...
I mean, one resource stacks up. If he's going for a full minute, that's 60 resources, you know?
Yeah.
So. That could be the difference between a unit that may or may not win you a battle. So. It's actually more important than you realize. It's one of those background things, especially if like you destroy the wildman layer and then if there's like 2 or 3 of them left alive and you purposefully leave them alive to go and steal money from the enemy. That'll really fuck them up. So we got rid of it. Also changed to the warg layers. I think we talked about this one before, but they give 3 treasure chests now instead of just 2. So
because they're pretty hard to kill.
Arguably harder than the trolls in some cases. So
yeah.
We made them a little bit more worthwhile. The trolls are still king, though. Well, the trolls and the fire drakes are still the best.
The fire drakes are the kings.
Yeah. Still gotta figure out... We're gonna make them a little bit harder. I think we're actually probably just gonna put back the vanilla fire drakes rather than the slow, clumpy ones. The slow, trompy ones that are there now. But yeah, just a whole lot of creeping.
So they both got the troll creep around the same time this time.
Oh, well, Tiber's already used it. Here's the minor garrison. This is a new feature for the dwarves. Basically, it's to help their really slow units and their weakness to harassment. Because even though we've made it so that all Dwarven buildings that are resource buildings or barracks are connected to the tunnel network, when you exit a unit, it still has to come out the front. So if the enemy's killing it in the back, then you got to move all the way around, and it's kind of clunky. So we put this ability in, and it permanently summons a garrison equaling 1 battalion of units. These are basically just Dwarven basic units, even though they look like miners. And they just patrol around the structure, and if the enemy comes to harass, they've got to deal with it. The ability has a reasonably long cooldown on it, recharge, so you can't just spam it. I mean, eventually, if you keep using it, you will get it on all your buildings, but that will take a long time. So it just slows them down and gives you more time to get a unit there in the mine shaft to defend your settlement.
Exactly. And also, if the building that they're protecting dies, they die as well, so keep that in mind.
And they replenish. If you kill them, they come back out like a creep layer. But it's a little bit slower than a creep layer. And, yeah, the stoneworker is external now, and the mine shafts are internal only now. Oh, and here's, he's making the other, the mithril mine. This is a new building that we've created. It's an internal building. It actually produces more resources, but it also costs more money. So I can click on the build plot and show that to you. It costs 700 compared to 400, and it produces more resources. And it also increases your recruitment speed once it gets to level 3 of the dwarves in your base. So if you want to go for sort of a late game, spamming out lots of units and making more money, you can make lots of these instead of making lots of these. Or you could trade them out. You know, if you're rolling in money, then you can put the foundations in place to roll in even more money. It's all up to you. And then the dwarves have one more external building, which I don't know if Tiber will show it off, but it's the basically we took the lumber mill. Or the lumber camp, or whatever it's called for the dwarves, and instead of being a proper, like, laborer lumber camp, it just is a resource generation building now, so. Gives some cool siege bonuses, so we might see that later. Got a pretty big battle going on down here.
Yep. Nori and Dory, I see.
Nori is about to get wrecked. Now we're talking. No, Dory's gonna fuck up Carthian. Run away, Carthian.
Well,
Run away.
Carthian's got the speed.
Oh, God!
Dang, that damage.
Run away! Run! Yeah, he made it. Carthian's a speedy boy, so he's fine. That was a decisive victory for Tiber. And Tiber wins the creep money. Meanwhile, Sawman is attacking the settlement with the miners on it, and the miners have done their job. They've delayed it, and he knows that Tiber's right there, so he's retreating. We can see here there's only 2 left, but they're going to start respawning here momentarily. So when I pan back, they'll probably have started respawning. Tiber's going on a harassment trip while also securing land north. Yeah, here they come. They're spawning now. So it'll be basically, when you use it, you get 10 units who patrol around your building.
Yep.
Sawman's been pretty heavily battered. He's only got 3 battalions left. But he has upgraded his barracks, so it looks like he's going to be... We've changed that up a bit. The Arnor units now come from 2 distinct buildings. You've got what we're effectively calling the basic building and the elite building. We're going to change the names, but that's what you think of them as. The basic building has all 3 of your basic units: pikes, archers, warriors, and elite swords. And the elite units the elite building has all elite units. So a new elite pike unit we've added, a new elite archer unit we've added, and the heroic units are on there as well. So.
This was to also help differentiate them from Gondor.
Yeah, makes them a lot more fun to play when they're not just a straight up copy of Gondor. So.
Yeah, well, Gondor still has the archery range, and Arnor has his new elite building.
Oh, and here's Arnor's marketplace, too. So, I guess you can explain the initial bit of that.
Okay, hopefully I don't cut out. So,
you cut out.
Of course. The marketplace gives a very small bonus once you build it. You don't have to wait for the upgrades to get the bonus. So
the upgrades improve the bonus, but
the upgrades improve the bonus to exactly the numbers
what they were previously. Basically, yes. When you build it, it gives a 5% bonus to your internal buildings, like the blacksmiths and the townhouses, and a 10% bonuses to your external buildings, so just your farms. And then once you get the upgrades, it puts you back to 40% for the farms, and a total of 30% for the farms, and a total of 20% for the internal buildings.
Yeah, the maxed out numbers weren't changed.
Yes. It looks like we've got Sawman went for his outpost really quickly as well. Oh man, we've got a lot to talk about. He's going crazy. Okay, so the Linden Tower outside has been replaced with this new building called the Vanguard Barracks, and it recruits the Vanguard of Imladris and Glorfindel. Círdan has been removed from Arnor completely, so your settlement hero is now Glorfindel, and the Imladris outpost has also been removed and replaced with this system. So you can choose on your standard outpost to choose between the garrison of Arthedain, pause it and read it if you want, and the garrison of Cardolan. Again, pause it and read it if you want. And basically they both give different units and stuff, and this is meant to mirror Angmar's decision to choose between two different garrisons on their outpost. That was a conscious decision we made to try and further spice up Arnor's gameplay.
Yep.
So he's going with Arthedain, and Arthedain will have a nice little garrison that he can summon around the outpost to help defend it if it comes under attack.
They will also both have new units, but those units have not been implemented yet.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's been pseudo-implemented with a replacement, at least for the Arthedain. Basically, the Arthedain will give you access to Glorfindel's Wind Riders, Arthedain Knights, which right now are being covered by Glorfindel's Wind Riders, because the Arthedain Knights are going to be a heroic cavalry. So, oh yeah, and here comes an attack on the outpost, and there's the garrison. Defending. Oh, that's a perfect choke point to defend at, too. They've actually kind of formed into a proper battle line, so they are going to wreck those dwarves because they're elite units and the dwarves are basics.
Yep, and he's also just got archers up there in melee, so yeah.
Yeah. And he's also got Elagos. Where the heck? Where's the ranger camp?
It was bottom left, but then he just...
Oh, okay. Well, Elagos basically is a replacement for Círdan, because we moved the prince, which formerly came from the ranger camp, to the citadel. And now you get Elagos from the ranger camp. And Elagos is just pretty much taken straight from the Third Age game, which has been out for a number of consoles. It's a turn-based game.
One of my personal favorite heroes from that game, and a lot of little nods to the game with his ability.
Yeah. As he uses them, I'll hover over them. Here's his first ability, so you can pause it and read that if you want to. Here's some of Arnor's elite swordsmen, Arnor Guardians, unchanged, looking pretty awesome as always. A little bit of fighting going on to the north. Looks like Sawman might just be trying to kill off his basic units. We are going to be re-implementing the decommissioning system. It's just a huge, it's a big task. It takes a long time to do.
Yeah, it affects every faction, yeah.
So we haven't done it yet, but we are going to be doing that so you don't have to go and just kill off your units and give the enemy free power points and experience. It's going to happen. It just hasn't happened yet because it's a lot of work. Yeah, and you can see here's the travel camp for the dwarves connected to the tunnel network, like all the external buildings. And you can recruit the ponies manually now. It's not like... you don't have to wait. So basically we did that to also help balance it, so it costs you a little bit more to get your heroic units out, because you have to actually buy the ponies for 500. I think we're shaping up to have a pretty big battle here soon. Oh, Tiber's got the Dale outpost. He's got the tower in the housing area, making that money, making them fat stacks. Tiber still has more map control than Sawman right now, but Sawman does have access to more powerful units at the moment, so that's the trade-off, I suppose. Tiber using the tunnel network very well.
That poor Arnor soldier battalion just got...
Yeah, he got caught on his way back. Here's the Guardians are going to fight. Looks like Dory's been summoned. And there's the pikes using their ability. Polearm hammer strikes. Makes them better versus infantry and structures, but worse against cavalry and monsters.
And we got a new unit coming in the back here.
Yep, the Vanguard of Imladris on sword mode. I mean, we say new unit. They're basically just the Lindian Guardians, but with a different model. It's the Elven Lord model from 3.8.
Yeah, different abilities too, but more or less around the same.
So here's their... This is for, like, running around and finding stuff. And then they've got this ability, which pause it and read it if you want, and this ability. But both of them, depending on which weapon they're using. So... one is on bow, one is on sword. And it is a heroic unit, so... just like the Guardian, just like the other guys. Oh, here's Glorfindel. Oh, Glorfindel. That's going to be a whole thing once he starts getting leveled up. We'll hold off on talking about him for the moment. Because we want to get him leveled up. Show them off.
Yeah. Unless we want to talk about his mount. He can mount a horse, guys.
Oh, man. Imagine that. It's like it's the most dynamic game-changing ability ever. Salman being a little bit passive. He should be doing a little more harassment, but I guess he just wants to consolidate before he moves out. Here comes
my, and
the stream of Dwarven heroes. Good lord.
Yeah, he just bought every single Dwarven hero at the same time. So, okay, let's do this.
Money, 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 money. Well, that's what happens when you control most of the map. Gloin, Thorin, Dane, Gimli. Gimli's pretty much unchanged. We gave him a leadership on his Slayer. That's pretty much it. More damage on his Slayer. Apart from that, he's just... Oh, and we put his axe throw back to vanilla. So it's got an AoE. It's not single target anymore. Thorin has been completely overhauled, so we'll not talk about him yet. Dane has also been reasonably overhauled. And Gloin... Pretty much, we just kind of missed old Gloin, so we put him back to... We gave him Slam. We gave him Shatterhammer. Gloin is just old school Gloin now, with a couple of new abilities. So, well, with
basically,
one new ability.
Yeah. Slam is back, and that's the biggest change for Gloin, because Sport Oil Light Fire, I'm pretty sure that's the name of the ability.
Yeah.
It was cool, and it makes sense for Gloin, but it ended up just burning his own army more times than not.
Yeah,
so,
it was a useful ability, and we just missed old Gloin. So we just put him back to old school Gloin, basically. Gave him back the OG Slam. Here's the new Dale unit that you can get from the Dale Outpost, the Bardian Marksmen. They're elite archers. There's going to be more units added, which, again, we don't currently have models for. But going for a full Dale army is going to be a viable meta if you want to. If you want to go for a Men of Dale army instead of a Dwarven army. Basically, the change being your units are a little bit weaker, but also a little bit faster.
Yep.
Arnor is shaping up to kick some ass with their elites and their heroics. Don't mind the Vanguard not having... Their bows are invisible right now. They'll have bows by the time they reach your hands.
Okay, Elite, want to explain the changes to the Dwarven Forge?
Oh yeah, basically we just gave it level ups. That's all there is to it. You just have to level it up now like every other faction. So...
Well, there's one other change. There's one other upgrade you can purchase.
The big change, which is you have to buy Mithril now instead of just putting a veteran in it to get it yourself. So you got to pay for the privilege of having extremely tanky heroes now. That settlement's gonna die. I think we're shaping up to have a huge battle in the north. I would say overall, Tiber has more heroes, but Sawman's army is superior.
I don't know. Those heroes are gonna probably push him over the edge, though.
Yes, that is true. But Arnor Guardians, man, in formation, they do not care. Let's see if he actually fights or if he's going to retreat. Also, don't forget, he's got Glorfindel. Don't underestimate the Glorfindel. Probably going to see Elagost's second ability here shortly, the Flash Arrow. It's a nice AoE power. Just pause the game and read that if you want. Yeah, here it comes.
There you go.
Kablooey! Glorfindel's just hanging out by the archers to share experience. That's a good strategy. Oh, the hobbits! Oh, we might see some golf swing. Who's gonna get golf swinged? Oh, golf swing on that was Thorin. It almost killed him. And I missed the Gimli leap. Everything's kicking off. Thorin almost dying. And now Sawman just with the sheer amount of heroic archers just slaughtering.
And just so many arrows.
He should be targeting those units. He should be targeting the enemy archers. He's wasting his arrows on the heroes right now. Oh, there's a Dane ability going off. Defend Erebor or die. It actually works now. Imagine that.
It's a different ability.
Yeah.
That didn't work. Defend the halls.
Well, basically, we kept the inspiration and changed it. But, yeah, that's a new ability. It's just a buff now. It's an active buff. It's a speed buff, so.
Well, speed, damage, and experience.
Yep. And then he's got his passive leadership. This is Erebor Danes, so passive leadership. Decisive win for Tiber. Would have been good if Sawman had gotten Thorin. It would have equaled out the losses a little bit, but... basically, he lost like 5 or 6 Arnor Guardians for... Oh, he's not paying much for them, though. Palace Guards, only 350. Did we rename them the Palace Guards? I thought they were supposed to be Guardians of Arnor.
Oh,
no, we changed them, didn't we? Yeah, we changed the name. Palace Guards, Palace Wardians, and Palace Archers, I think. I don't remember.
Let me see.
Well, when this elite building finishes.
No. We just look. If you hover over the unit itself, it has the right name. It's not the name on the purchase.
Okay, so that's just been messed up somewhere. They are supposed to be Arnor Guardians, and then we've got Marksmen of Arnor, new elite archer, and Wardens of Arnor, new elite pikemen. And then there's the Palace Guards, the actual Palantir Guards. Yeah. He just pinged something I was already looking at, so.
Yeah. Well,
and here is,
did he ping Arvidui?
Yeah, I just noticed Arvidui. Here's Arvidui in all his glory. He's basically the champion or faction leader, one or the other.
He's the faction leader.
Yeah, faction leader of Arnor. So he's pretty powerful. He's got his last king of Arnor is unchanged, I think. We might have changed it slightly, but anyway, just read that. Compare it to a Dane vanilla, and then again we'll look at his abilities when once we get further in. Yeah, Sawman definitely should be doing a little more harassment right now. He's letting Tiber take a lot of the map control. Don't count Arnor out yet. They are pretty strong, even when they're on the back foot. Yeah, you can see all of Tiber's buildings have the minor garrison now. He's been using it steadily. Except for the northern ones, that's interesting. But I guess, yeah, using it on the places where Sawman wants to go is probably the smart move. To the south. Got a small force under command of Glorfindel moving north. Here comes, I think we're going to have another battle. We got some upgrades for Tiberium, but now the heroes are a little more even.
Saul's also got some upgrades on his unit, so if they fight, it should be interesting.
Well, the difference is he's got heavy armor, but he doesn't have forge blades, whereas Tiber has both. Oh, and he's got the elite axe throwers. Axe throwers are elite units now, and they are monsters on the battlefield. They will melt units. So you got to be really careful if you're going up against a Dwarven army with those. Oh, there was the Gloin Slam. Oh, there's where the Gimli Leap. There's the Flash Arrow. Let's have a look at the spellbook powers. Sawman does have Bloodline of Numenor, and he's got 6 points. And Tiber actually has less powers than 6 points, so Sawman's doing a little bit better in the spellbook than Tiber is. Let's see the Marksman of Arnor shooting. Actually doing some pretty good damage. Oh, that was Arvidui dying. Yeah. There's Thorin. Can't mistake that effect. We all know who that is. We've actually changed up Thorin quite a bit. Oh, Elagos just died. Jeez. This is not going great for him. I think Glorfindel is going to kill Gloin, though. Gloin got out of position. Oh, Glorfindel's got some dangerous stuff now unlocked. Still, so far, going pretty well for Tiber. But Sawman has managed to keep all 3 of his Vanguard alive, and he's leveling them up.
And Glorfindel, too.
Yes, Glorfindel will be a monster once he gets leveled up.
Elgoth didn't die, he's still there. I think Carthian died.
Oh, okay. Well, they have the same death sound, right? So.
Yeah, I think they do.
It's basically the Faramir death sound.
Well, also,
you cut out a little bit. What?
Okay. We did remove Kyodan from as a purchasable hero as Arnor, but if you look at Arnor's spellbook, we added Kyodan.
The opposite of Angmar. But yeah, this is a new summon power that Arnor has access to. I don't remember what we replaced with it.
Yeah, we replaced the Eagles.
Yes, we replaced the Eagles because we thought the Eagles were on too many factions. So now you can summon this, and it's pretty decent. If you use it in combination with the archers, you can get some work done with it. Like with the Hobbit archers, I mean.
Yep.
Tiber repositioning back to his outpost, leaving his newly gained lands undefended. Well, semi-defended. He's got some miners.
Well, the miners.
Yeah. A one random Dale archer in the mine. Into the mines. Sawman just building up a decent force, playing defensively. Tiber could be pressing his advantage. I think this is a bit of a mistake on his part. He's giving Arnor a chance to recover. Although, the dwarves have a lot of money at the moment, so... Tiber probably just wanting to get a proper army because he knows that sieging Arnor is going to be difficult. No matter what way you slice it, sieging Arnor is difficult. There's the marksmen in all their glory, looking pretty good. Basically, the difference between them and the Dunedain Rangers outside is the marksmen are a bit tankier, but they have a little bit less damage and I think a little bit less range than the Rangers.
Yep.
And obviously, you know, Sawman not needing to make elite pikes because he's fighting against the dwarves, and the dwarves are not currently using battle wagons, so...
Tiber's got some new units if you want to look at.
Oh, yes. The heroic units. So available for all the Dwarven factions now. They can get their own heroic infantry, which are separate from the veterans. And you just need the standard, you gotta have all your upgrades and elite equipment. These are the King's Axe Guard. And they've got a pretty cool ability. They can switch between hammers and axes. And they also have a pretty decent self-buff. 100% speed and 50% damage. Good for chasing down fleeing enemies. And then once they hit level 7, they give a nice little buff to Dane. Just like the Royal Guard give to Rohan heroes.
Yep.
Oh, and he's also got the new elite Erebor pikemen, too. Erebor now has elite pikemen, as you can see there. And the picture was done by Hammond, so be gentle in the comments. He's pretty proud of that picture. I think it looks pretty good. The unit's looking decent with the Dwarven war masks on. We should probably change that, though, because they're supposed to be able to buy the war masks. They shouldn't just come with them by default.
Well, yeah, once we add the upgrade to them, we'll make it so that they don't have it.
That's one thing we're doing. We're making it so that all the Dwarven unique upgrades can be bought on all of their melee units. Alright, here we go. This might be the battle that determines whether or not Sawman makes a comeback. Oh, there's the Gimli Leap. And there's all the Linden units coming in. The Linden Guardians. They're archers, and then he's also got Círdan. Oh, one of the archers retreating for some reason. Must have got feared. There's a lot of stuff happening right now. It's hard to tell what's going on. I'm just waiting for some Glorfindel powers to go off. There's a banner.
Yeah, that's a banner that Arvid we can summon.
Yep. Banner of the King. Buffs your units. Debuffs the enemy, I think. I'll have to take a second to look at their abilities once this battle is over. Seems to be going pretty well for Sawman so far. Oh, there's an arrow volley. Arrow volley is substantially more deadly now.
Oh boy.
And there's the new tier 4 for the dwarves. In all its glory.
That's pretty awesome.
Yes, it is. This is replacing Earthquake. You summon the survivors of Khazad-dûm. And it comes with... They're all heroic units. Every one of those units is a heroic unit. So it's a monstrous power on the battlefield. Ah, and there went Glorfindel. Terror of the Silver One. He should have used that first. That was a huge battle. We missed quite a bit of it, actually. There's too much going on.
All the heroes from Arnor died, but the Vanguard survived.
Yep, most of the units survived.
I wouldn't say most of the units. I think it lost all his infantry there.
Oh yeah, most of the heroic units. I was mixed up. These are 7 units. So yeah, Tiber pretty soundly winning. So I think he's probably going to be the victor of this game. Sitting back and recouping his losses. So I guess we can take a little time to look at some of the dwarf heroes now, since they're on the field. So we've changed up Brand a little bit. He's got this now, Galleon Barrage, and that changes when he's on sword, or he went into the mine. Crap. I've still got selection on him, though. It's good. And we changed his leadership a bit. And then we've also changed his... Or did we change the Inherited Black Arrow?
We did change the Inherited Black Arrow.
Yeah, we did. And basically, the effectiveness of the arrow changes depending on the unit you use against. If you use it on just like an infantry unit, it kind of sucks. But against heroes, it's okay. Monsters, it's really good. And flying units, it's amazing. So, and that'll come more into play when eventually, you know, however far down the line it is, the goblins come out with Smaug. That's where it's really going to come into play.
But it is helpful for sniping eagles and felbeasts.
Yeah, eagles and felbeasts too. That's what it's currently there for.
Well, we trust your judgment.
And there went the Khazad-dûm summon. Where is...
some of the barracks.
Yeah, I'm trying to find Dane in that mess. Currently without success.
I see him. He's near the axe throwers.
Which ones? Oh, there he is. Okay. So yeah, here's I've already shown you that. So here's what he just did, the Bastion of Erebor. It's a little bit different, but overall it's pretty much the same. You can just recruit the veterans from it directly, and you can still get all of the units of each of the factions. So the only change there is we just made it able to recruit the veterans. And then this is his new level 10 ability, the Allies of Old. And it summons... It's basically meant to show the unification of the Men of Dale and Mirkwood and dwarves from the Arid Luin, Iron Hills, and Arid Mithrin. So it's a nice little custom summon with a battalion from 5 different places.
It's pretty cool, and they can all use their abilities, so it's a pretty strong summon.
Yeah, it's a very good level 10 power. How's Sawman doing on recouping his losses? Here we go. Alright.
He's got some of his heroes back.
Yeah, so here's what Banner of the King did. When you saw that in the previous battle, just pause it and read that. Here's his level 5 ability, Royal Weapons. Pause it and you can read that. It's just a buff for other heroes. And then here's his level 7, really powerful. Just a heal and buff, good combination. And level 10, I think, is unchanged. It just summons an army.
Well, his level 10 is actually changed a lot. I mean, it's the same summon army, but the units you get are much better.
Yes, but I mean, conceptually, it's just a summon, so don't need to cover that too much. We'll see it when we see it. Our Aerophant, he's been completely redone, pretty much from the ground up. So he can give your units a better experience gain rate because he's supposed to be old and wise. He has a rebuild, just straight up. That's what it is. It's a rebuild on level 3. Leadership of the King, it's a leadership. He doesn't have that toggleable leadership anymore. It's just a standard leadership for all units. Royal Training, just a train again. He's supposed to be the old wise one who trains people. And then level 10, Blessing of the Royal Family. I think that's the same as it always was. That
is the same.
Yeah, it was just a good ability. There's no reason to change it. So he's a support hero through and through. He's meant to help your armies. He's not really so great on the fight by himself.
Also, if you've noticed, he has the rebuild now, and that's because we did some tweaking of the Arnor spellbook. If you'd like to explain that.
Well, I mean, I can't because I can't see the spellbook.
No, you can go to the. I mean, he already has the power.
Yeah.
Just go.
I mean, it's land. We've seen it already. We gave him a land power, Forest of Cardolan. It's like Elven Wood.
Yep.
And we moved the rebuild to Aerophant. Sawman doing a decent job of getting his army back together. I think Tiber is being a little bit too timid, though. Oh. That axe fire rate on that building is pretty insane. Looks crazy.
Yeah, a lot of axes. Yeah.
Tiber must be focused somewhere else. He must not see that it's happening. Probably too busy ogling his beautiful, fully upgraded Dwarven army. I mean, who could blame him? They look phenomenal.
For the 7th
Veterans looking awesome as always. Yeah, this is a great showing of how if you don't have map control and you can't afford to have a ranger camp, you can still have elite archers. That's specifically why we added that unit. So, man, taking back a little bit of map control. Oh, Tiber's responding now.
Here come the dwarves.
Nah, nah, nah. Nah, 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 nah.
Largely an archer army, too, for the dwarves.
Yeah, a lot of axe throwers, a lot of Erebor patrol. The only melee units are the heroics. He's got 3 veterans and 3 King's Axe Guard. For the King's Axe Guard, we drew a lot of inspiration from the Zealots of Rise of the Witch King, the heroic unit. Uh-oh. The Wind Riders are on the field. Now that will have an impact.
Nope. So I don't know. Archers might... depending on how much stuff hit.
Well, yeah, but I mean, if you've got 3 Wind Riders...
Well, if you got 3 of them, yeah, they'll get some good trampling off.
Yeah. Looks like Sawman not wanting to commit to that battle. He just wanted to finish off that resource building, and now he's running away. Probably a good decision, because those axe throwers are spooky. Dwarves are natural sprinters! Yeah, they even have the zealot quotes. We love the Dwarven zealots. They're an awesome unit. Pretty decent trade, basically, for Sawman. Tiber just retreating because he knows he's not going to catch them because he's slower. So, I guess he could use Dane's speed buff, but then he'd have to use the speed buff just to chase half an army. So,
did you explain the Dwarven crows yet? The ravens.
No, I did not. I don't remember exactly what we did to them. So why don't you do that one?
Okay. Basically, instead of a damage and armor debuff, it's a speed debuff.
Yeah.
This so that the dwarves can at least somewhat catch up to the enemy. So, like playing against the dwarves isn't just run away from the dwarves all the time.
And also, the dwarves. I think even Iron Hills has a speed buff. I think all of them have some kind of a speed buff. So if you use it in combination with the ravens, you can actually catch people now.
Yeah, I think all the Dwarven factions has some way.
I mean, Ered Luin is just Ered Luin, so they're just the speedy dwarves. Yeah. But I think Iron Hills definitely does have a speed buff of some kind, and then Erebor is on King Dane. So.
Yeah.
And I mean, as Erebor, if you want, you can build an army of Dale, and then you're not slower than the enemy. So.
Yeah.
Guess we can probably go over Thorin now. So Iron Will, pretty much unchanged. The only change to that is it used to be, it's basically way more OP than it should be in a Dane. It does like a much bigger bonus than is displayed on the ability. So we just made it accurate to what it says in the ability. Battle Roar, I think unchanged from vanilla. Just a speed buff for Thorin. Blood Rage, again, I think nerfed a little bit, potentially. I don't remember for sure, but then Revenge. This one, we've shown you the specific numbers basically of how much damage it's going to do. So it's really powerful.
Yeah.
Nope, an Earthshaker.
An Earthshaker, yes. Third on Erebor is more based on his Dane counterpart. On Iron Hills, he's very.
Yeah, Iron Hills has been completely overhauled. And Iron Hills has some other cool new stuff to show off that we'll be showing off. We'll probably have Iron Hills be the focus. But Ered Luin, that has to be a focus too. That's what we'll do. We'll do a Dwarven Civil War. Iron Hills versus Ered Luin. That'll be a showcase. Definitely. Lots of neato stuff to show off there. But yeah, the Earthshaker's been changed a little bit, just for those of you who do like to make it. Did you actually implement the changes to it yet?
The Earthshaker? Yeah, Tiber did that.
Right. Yeah, so it's got a defensive strike, which can mess up units now, and the Unleash it recharges a bit faster, and it's not quite as ridiculous. So it's a bit more spammable, if you will. Oh, Tiber left his archers completely exposed. But he does have the... Oh, there's a Gimli lead.
The Earthshaker actually saved his archers.
Yep. That was a heck of a use of it.
Temporarily,
Quote-unquote saved. I mean, delayed their doom by about 10 seconds. Not even. But, yeah, he did have the patrol of Erebor in front, who have pikes, so they actually do more damage to Wind Riders than other units. So, there's Glorfindel being Glorfindel. Glorfindel doing Glorfindel things. Here's his level 10. He's basically really good at killing heroes. That's what he does. So that, combined with Terror of the Silver One, is a really, really dangerous combination. He did that backwards. You're supposed to use Terror of the Silver One first, and then use Flash of Silver. And it basically does debuffs heroes and hurts enemy units. It's just a really... And he's like super tanky too. He's really solid hero. As you can see, he's got tank hero health. 8,211 health. So I assume he's probably been buffed by Arvidwi. That's why he has slightly more damage.
No, he doesn't.
No. I mean, I think 457 is more than the usual tank damage, isn't it?
What? Let me see. Does he have Aeronath there?
He might. I don't.
Yes, I'm pretty sure Aeronath buffs damage.
He's got Aerophants. He's got.
I don't see him on the Citadel. That's why. He's got to be in there somewhere.
Got to be in there somewhere. Yeah. Let me see here.
Those trees, man. I can't see it.
Yeah. Well, I'm not sure. I'm not sure he does have him.
I mean, he's got to have him, though. I mean, he's not...
Oh, he's making Gandalf. That'll do something.
Gandalf.
Gandalf's been changed a lot for Arnor. I really want to find him now.
Yeah.
The question is he on Ranger mode or is he on... he must be on Infantry mode.
Oh, no, he's on Ranger mode. I found him.
Where is he?
He's in...
Oh, you cut out. Where is he?
He's in the Archers. He's near Aerophant.
Problem is I don't see Aerophant either.
Well, he's there.
Well, you... Fuck.
Okay,
no, I found him. All right, here's Aerophant. So where is...
We didn't change Aerophant yet, so don't... Yeah.
Where is the Ranger? I don't see the Ranger. Oh, he's moving.
Yeah, Glorfindel...
I'm just going to quickly cover Aerophant's abilities here. I'm not going to talk about them. Just pause the ability and read it. We already... Wait, no, we already covered them, yeah.
Yeah, we already covered Aerophant.
Alright, I'm just going to keep an eye on the archers to find... oh, and there was Numenor Blades, spellbook power, equipment of Westerness. Made them all better. There's the description. You can read it yourself. Pause it and read it. Just makes everything better. Now, this is going to be a fight. Oh. There's the Dwarven summon. He's bask in the glory of that soundbite. Ah! Okay, I found Aeronarth. Cool. Oh, they went Shatterhammer. Or was that the Earthshaker? I don't remember.
I think that was the Earthshaker.
Well, Tiber basically showing that you can use the Earthshakers in combat now. Oh, wow. Aeronarth just got wrecked. Okay, I'm gonna... So here's that ability. Cripple shot. No, he's dead.
Aeronath hasn't been changed yet, so...
Yeah, he hasn't been changed. I mean, he has some changes, doesn't he?
Nope, he does not.
Okay, well, we don't have to worry about it then. For those of you who are going to criticize me for not having concrete, complete knowledge of the faction, we discuss it, write it down, and then other people do the coding. So
other people, as in me and Tiber.
Yeah, basically, Haman and Tiber do the coding, so... I think we might see the army of Gondor, though.
Hopefully.
Oh, Gandalf died. Dwarves being dwarves, man. Another decisive victory for Tiber. Dwarves showing their quality. I think Saruman's probably holding the army of Gondor in reserve to defend himself if Tiber pushes.
What really helped Tiber there was the Khazad-dûm summon, so...
Yes, the Khazad-dûm summon.
Now that he has Army of Gondor, it might sway backwards, who knows.
Well, the Khazad-dûm summon basically eliminated Saruman's archer contingent, because he summoned it right behind him, so... Great use of the power, because they're all heroic units, so... You don't get as many as other summon powers, but they're better. because the idea is they're from Khazad-dûm, so there's not that many of them left.
Saul's Vanguard of Imladris is still alive.
Yep. All level fucking almost level 10.
One of them's really close. Sheesh.
Level 9, level 7, level 7. Yeah, Glorfindel has been buffed because he's got the circle above his head.
Yep, there's the royal weapons. If you hover over him now, it says he has royal.
Yeah, and he's got 457 damage, so he might. Well, yeah, and Arnor died, so he's on his way back. So is Gandalf. We'll have to go over Gandalf. Gandalf has been hugely changed. I think at this point, I'm not really sure. It seems like Tiber might be playing with his food. he might be enjoying just having these big battles, so that might be why he's not moving in for the kill. Or maybe he's worried about Sawman having a tier 4. Who can say? Yeah, Malbeth died. I don't think Sawman's too worried about reviving him at the moment. Needs to get the heavy hitters out.
Carthy, yes.
Money check on the dwarves, 40,000.
Jesus. It's mainly because he's just not losing most of his troops.
Yeah. Gandalf came back, revived on the outpost, I assume. Yep, here he is. So we'll go over Gandalf. He's still got Wizard Blast, that's unchanged. He can still mount, that's unchanged. But then everything after that is a new ability. So Lightning Blast is no longer like the AoE where it zaps a bunch of people. It's now more like a Starry Light, and it's a single bolt of lightning. It's kind of like the custom hero power. That's the closest thing similar to it. And then he's got Flame Sword, which is a Blade Master for Arnor Gandalf, which is pretty cool. He does 50% more damage, and it counts as fire damage, so it cuts through armor a little better than some other types of damage. And then his level 10, Searing Flames. This is a brand new one. This is based off the moment in the books when they've just come out of Moria and they're resting, and they get surrounded by wargs on the top of the hill. And he lets loose this terrific blast of flame that burns all the wargs and sends them running back to Daddy Sauron. So that's pretty much what this is based off of. It's similar to Word of Power, but slightly less effective because Arnor has other heroes who have some AoE stuff on them. So
yeah, new Palantir guards, well, the edited Palantir guards, anyways.
Yes, I believe that's them in the back there. Different model?
Not different model, just different abilities.
Right. So they've got a level 5 ability. And then I think they've got bow and spear, or sword and spear abilities.
Yes.
So Rapid Assault is only usable on sword, and it's more movement speed and attack speed. And Hold the Line is only usable on spear. So basically the sword is more aggressive, the spear is more defensive. And then at level 10, they just get better armor, basically. Alright, here comes another assault from the dwarves. I think Tiber might be looking to close the game here. And there's the Gondor summon. That soundbite isn't final. We're probably going to be changing it. We just put it in there for now, basically. Because we couldn't really think of anything else at the moment. That's a lot of cavalry, and that's a lot of Dwarven archers. Oh, Tiber moving the pikes back. Glorfindel's still got his abilities on reserve. Oh, the Earthshakers died. No. Oh. Sawman forgetting to use Arnor, but that's alright. Uh-oh. Here comes Gandalf. We all know what Dwarven Gandalf can do. Scatter! Oh, and the Beornings.
Yeah, but Arnor is there to fight them.
Oh, Arnor versus Grimbeorn. Let's do this. Use your Blade Master, Arnor. Ah! Fireworks! Oh, he barely took any damage from that. He's fine. Hashtag leaderships. And Arnor is wrecking Beorn. Good lord. Yeah, the Beorn summon, as you all saw, comes with a few units now, in addition to Beorn, and it's a 6-point power, I believe. Or is it still a 3-point power? I don't remember.
It's still a 3-point power. It's just a little bit better.
We just made it a little better because it kind of sucks right now when it's just Beorn, so. This battle's going a little better for Sawman.
Yeah, he lost Gandalf, though.
No, Tiber lost Gandalf.
No, both of them lost Gandalf.
Oh, God. Middle-earth is doomed. Gandalf died twice. Oh, wow. I mean, it went a little better for Sawman. He actually killed the Dwarven heavy infantry, so that's good. I think he killed a few of the Dwarven heroes, too, potentially.
Yeah,
Thorin's still alive. Big surprise there. Oh, the new power has just been unlocked by Sawman. This would be cool. We've got rid of Flood because Flood sucks. Here's the new Arnor power. You summon a Dunedain camp where you can spam out lots of troops for very little money. Very, very good power. We took inspiration from Rohan's power for this one. It's called Muster the Forest. Also gives command points and generates money.
It's also a defensive point.
Yep, a good defensive point. Lots of units patrolling on it. It's got the 4 archers. This is basically the vanilla Edain Dunedain outpost, which we've changed for the Imladris, but more on that later.
More on that once we show up in Imladris.
Yeah. That definitely went a lot better for Sawman. I feel like he finally got himself back in the game a little bit with that fight, and he's starting to float some money now too. So, is Elagos still alive?
Good question.
We should probably talk about his later abilities if he is. We should also make it so that Elagos can be recruited from the camp. Why didn't we think about that?
Oh yeah, actually. Yeah, I mean I can add that.
Yeah, we will be adding that. We just thought of it, so there you go. There's development process in a nutshell. I can't tell if Elagos is alive.
Yeah,
Albin's alive.
I see Aronath, but I don't see Elagos. He might have died.
Well, we can talk about Malbeth then. We changed him up a little bit. Vision is just the same. We didn't change that.
Vision affects the whole map and not the bottom left of the map anymore.
Yeah, but it's the same for Denethor, and the Dane team fixed that too. So
yeah,
it's centered around Malbeth now. Soldiers of the Seer. That's got quite a long description on it.
Yeah, I mean it kind of has to. That's why.
It basically is just his summon.
His summon improves as he levels up.
Yes. Economical Council, I think, is unchanged. Prophecy, again, I think unchanged. Just
no, Prophecy is different.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, Prophecy used to be, if you use it on a hero, it's permanent for that hero. Yeah. Now it's only permanent for the hero that you use it on, and gives a temporary bonus to everyone around him, or the hero specifically.
Right, yeah, it used to have like an AoE, and you could buff like multiple heroes at once, right? So...
Well, no, it just you just have it basically gave them a leadership that affected everyone around them.
Right, yeah. So not great actually, because he would usually be in the back with your archers, so he's not buffing your melee heroes. So we turn it into a buff kind of like banishment from Theoden. We turn it into a permanent buff.
No, I mean I think you're misunderstanding me. It used to give the hero a leadership that he used it on, and he used it on everyone. Yeah. So basically, everyone had this 50% experience leadership that.
Oh yeah, right, and including the hero. Yeah. So it was it was like banishment with a leadership. It was a combination. But now it's just we got rid of the leadership aspect. It's just for the hero you put it on. And then Dark Omen is just a debuff for everything, including your own units. Another huge battle, another Gimli leap. You can see Arrow Volley doing some pretty good damage to those basic archers there, doing about half their health. That goes to show you how much it's been buffed.
I think a Gimli died.
Gimli died. Oh, Gandalf's almost level 10. Sawman's Gandalf. He's at level 9 and 99.9%.
You should also be using Arvendui's ability. He's got a few of the good ones there.
Oh, there went Glorfindel.
Focusing on Glorfindel, I guess.
Yeah, it's understandable. Glorfindel's a monster. He's arguably Arnor's best hero right now.
Arvendur is pretty good, though.
And by design, because Glorfindel's a beast in the lore.
Yeah.
So. Ah, there went Gandalf. Yep. Although again, the dwarves just wrecking his heavy infantry line. They are vicious in combat.
Hopefully, Saw actually get these Dunedain too. I can show some of them off.
Well, I mean, it's just Dunedain. everybody's already seen them. It's just the Imladris Dunedain.
Yeah. Though they have been improved to elite units.
Yes, they're elite units now, and that's why it's so good, because you're only paying 100 for an elite unit. Extremely, extremely good late game power. I don't know. It's like, I'm not sure whether getting lots of basic cavalry for free or paying hardly anything for elite units is better, but they're both extremely good. Oh, and there was Brand using the inherited black arrow to smack everybody in the face. That was pretty good. For Arnor! Yeah, neither side able to fully finish the other side off for them to feel, I guess Tyber just doesn't feel fully safe in attacking, which is why he isn't, because he's not been able to fully annihilate Sawman's army. So, he wants a decisive victory before he moves in. I don't think Tyber's getting in position again. Lots of those elite pikes. He fears those Wind Riders, rightfully so. That being said, Sawman doesn't seem to be too concerned about recruiting them at the moment. And Sawman making nothing but elite swordsmen, because dwarves. Oh man, wouldn't that be a surprise if Tyber suddenly just pulled a bunch of battle wagons out of the siege works there.
Yeah.
That would be a wrecking crew. But I think Tyber wanted to stick with those Earthshakers, and he's using them quite effectively in combat. He's using Shattershins really well.
We will go for reinforcements. For Arnor! For Arnor!
Oh, Earthshaker moving into the outpost. What's going to happen here?
So I was trying to stop it.
Desperately moving all of his heroes to try and stop it.
That's a tanky boy.
Boom! Fine use of the Earthshaker. And then Shattershins. Basically, Shattershins doesn't do any damage to buildings, it just sends units flying. So it's a defensive, like, for exactly like situations like this if you're running away, basically. And you can see how much faster the Unleash is coming back now. And you can see just how tanky it is. 6,000 health. But I think they're limited. You can only get a couple of them, right? The Earthshaker. You can only command 5 at one time.
Yeah. And also, look at that price. That's discounted, too.
Yeah, and also the command points. That's been discounted by his, where are they?
Bottom left. They get destroyed.
These are the woodworkers, and basically, it's like I said before, they're the old lumber mill model just without the workers. So they discount the cost of siege weapons, and they increase the damage of the siege weapons. So it's a nice twofold bonus for if you want to go for like a Earthshaker strat, or you can. It also applies to battle wagons, I think. So if you want to go for more of a battle wagon focus, you can get them discounted and little damage buff and stuff. It's pretty cool. Now, Sawman not completely finishing the job. Oh, yep, he got the Ranger camp back, so Elagos should be on his way. Where is Elagos? He must have gotten him back.
No, he's recruiting him right now.
No, really?
Yeah.
I'm looking at the Ranger camp. Oh yeah, there he is.
Again.
That's weird. It didn't show up to me. You can when the video comes out, you can see it. I clicked on the thing, and there was everything but Elagos there. That was weird. I must have clicked on it, like, the timing must have been super weird. I must have clicked on it just as he did, and, like, it disappeared or something. Something strange happened there, but... Anyways, he's on his way back out, so we can have a look at his abilities. Both of them just kind of measuring each other up. Both of them got a cash flow now, although the Dwarves is definitely greater. 65,000. Tyber's just got to put him away. He's just got to wait until he has all of his powers, which he does at the moment. And he's just got to put him down for good. Pretty solid work on Elagos, Tom, and I must compliment you. Hello, lovelies.
Yeah, his quotes are also taken directly from the game.
Yeah, so we'll go over his abilities a little bit now. You've already seen Flash Arrow in his first one. So here's Unseen Assassin. It's basically Windwalk, vanilla Windwalk from Thranduil. Spirit of the North, which is a Elendil, basically. and True Shot, which is a he's very similar to Thranduil. It's what's that ability called? Thranduil's
Thorn of Vengeance.
Yeah, Thorn of Vengeance. It's like that. It's really powerful single target damage. Elagos is actually quite useful once you get him leveled up.
That flash arrow is also incredible.
Early game, if you use it in combination with the arrow volley, it can kill a lot of stuff. It's a really useful ability. It's like a support type ability. So.
Yep.
Now SaMan going on the offensive with his almost 1,800 command points. Both of them have exactly the same army size, 1,770 command points of units. As both sides, as the fire arrows arc over the Fords of Isen, much blood will be spilled here this day. Uh-oh. Here come the Dwarven summons. And the Krebine. Scatter your archers, SaMan. Here come the Arnor summons.
Summoning more archers.
Yep. Oh, these archers are about to get wrecked. What a battle. This is a spectacle. Oh, Tiber electing to use the Gandalf on the infantry. And then I think Gandalf is dead now. Yep. That was kind of a waste of Gandalf. Not great use of it. Not great usage of it. I'm just waiting for the big boy powers to come out from Tiber because I know they're off cooldown. Oh, here's an Earthshaker in position. About to see some Shattershins. Or no, it's on cooldown. I think the ability bugged out there.
Oh, Shatterhammer.
Oh! That hurt me, and I'm not even in the game. Gloin getting wrecked, though. Oh, Gandalf almost dead. Gandalf getting Thorined. Oh, but the heal comes in. Last minute save.
Nah. Oh, yeah, not for Gandalf, though.
Well, it was a last minute save, but then revenge happened. Then Gandalf got Thorined hard. Advance!
Or would we just use this new summon?
Oh yeah, it comes with some cavalry and some elite pikes and some elite swords. It's actually a solid summon now. I think before it was just like a couple of Arnor soldiers or something.
It was one Arnor soldier, pike, archer, and cav.
Yeah, it was pretty crappy basically.
Yeah.
And we just turned them to elite units unupgraded. Or maybe with heavy armor, I don't remember for sure.
Just have fire arrows.
Yes, the archers definitely have fire arrows. And I think the infantry do have heavy armor. I think we talked about that.
Yeah, they do.
Oh, Dwarven summon. Gimli leak. Here comes Glorfindel. Now he's doing it right. That first, then Flash of Silver. Kablooey. Here's the Dwarven Citadel summon.
Time will come when the Dunedain regain its youth, banishing from these lands forever.
I don't think the soundbite played.
Which one?
The Dwarven Citadel
no,
summon.
only if you plays. We gotta
okay.
change that, but yeah.
Well, they'll see it when we do the Dwarven Showcase. It's got a pretty swanky soundbite, though. You guys will have to wait to see that when the Dwarven Showcase comes out. We're definitely, I think, going to do Iron Hills versus Ered Luin. Because I think that'll be pretty cool to watch. And those are two factions. Those are really, after the next showcase we do, those are really the only two factions left that we haven't really done a showcase for. So, all right. Well, I think Tiber is going to clean it up now. I think SaMan is on the back foot. So, but he's advancing across the river.
All those arrows, though. He's got a lot of towers and there's that Dunedain outpost.
Yep.
So yeah, the catapults will bring.
Catapults will make short work of the Dunedain outpost. He could be spewing out Dunedain to make it more difficult, but he might be getting a little weary. They've been fighting for an hour now, so probably getting a little tired. Just wants it to end. Yeah, look at all the towers. Jeez, I think all those buildings have defensive measures on them too. Well, two of them do, anyways. So. it's kind of interesting. Both of them have basically been consistently smashing each other's melee force and keeping their archers alive perfectly. Oh, surprise, Gandalf! Damn! That's what you get. You might want to change that effect a little bit, Hammond, so that the burst of fire comes out first, and like before, you know, they're all sent flying. Because right now, it kind of just happens afterwards. It looks cool, but it just happens a little bit too late. So I make that happen like basically as soon as you click the ability, the fire starts going everywhere.
We will go for reinforcements.
And Tiber using the Citadel summon for one of the things it's best usable for offensively. Here comes the army of Gondor, though. Gondor actually coming to Arnor's aid when they need it. Imagine that.
Hey, Arnor thinking he's gonna go fight the Witch King.
Fuck that. I'm gonna fight some dwarves. He's gonna chop off Dane's head. No, not King Dane.
Oh, and Shatter.
Oh, that killed all of them. Oh, that was disgusting. That was Tiber just slapping down Sawman's last hope
dang,
right there.
My game crashed.
Well, we were at the end of the game anyways. That was a pretty solid game. I think it's safe to say Tiber had that one in the bag. He had like twice as many resources, so. But yeah, that's going to pretty much end that one off, so I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget we are in pre-alpha, so much of this, I mean, we're starting to get towards the end now, so some of this stuff has been cemented, but much of it is still subject to change. We can have a quick look at the stats here. Tiber with better strategic and tactical skill. Sawman spending twice as much on heroes because he was actually losing heroes.
Yeah, he was losing them a lot, yeah.
Oh, man, the KDR, though. Sawman lost 1,700 units.
We didn't end the video yet. One second.
Yeah, we're still doing the video.
We're still in the video.
Just closing it out because I think it's safe to say that Tiber won that battle.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm not fucking doing that anymore.
Alright, well anyways, hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next showcase in a few days.
Yep, see you guys.